Hello everyone and welcome back. It's Meatdept here. I'm so glad you could join me for another video today, guys. So I have an exciting video here today, guys. I think it's going to be quite fun, actually. It's a challenge to beat the Dark Castle World 5 using the branch, guys. That is right. So I'm not going to be using my 4-star golden Favnor on this one right here. Instead, what we're going to be doing is scrolling down and using this 11 attack branch, guys. Oh my goodness, this thing, no enchants or anything on this thing either. It's straight up the branch. So let's go to the royal city here and check it out. So for those of you that don't know, this is the starting weapon the game gives you. It's also the worst weapon in the game and the easiest one to get. It's 45 gems and here it is right here. So that's that bad boy right there, guys. But I'm pretty strong and I don't know how it's gonna go. I think I can beat it, guys. So right now, without any stat points allocated, I'm doing 52,000 crit, but of course we're going to go ahead and put our stats in. So we're going to get the crit up to 100%, guys. So I need to add 90 to that to get that to 100%. I'm going to go ahead and give myself a little bit more speed because I am going to be running around here. And then I'm going to go ahead and give myself, you know, some hit points. I'd like to get a little bit of extra hit points here. We'll jack up the attack as well and get this thing stronger. Probably just put the rest into the attack here so we can hit as hard as possible. So it's 91,000. That's not bad for the branch, guys. So now we got to go do our hero selection here. I think what I'm going to do is stick on the Archmage so I could skip the first 20 levels, right? Just to make it go a little bit faster. And I'm going to actually not use the Flame Wizard or the Shaman for this, even though that would be really good to use. You know, I don't think I'm going to do it this time around for the challenge. Instead, we're going to go with something a little bit more reasonable. Maybe the priest to give me a little bit of healing. That's not a bad thing right there. So we'll try the priest and we'll go ahead and use the wizard to just skip the first 20 waves. Now, if I use the flame wizard and the shaman, it would probably be pretty easy to beat this. So I do want it to be a little bit of a challenge here as we get going, because you know what? Using a branch is something most people won't do, but this branch hits for a lot. Now, I could have went in and enchanted the branch. There's no reason I couldn't have put something on the branch, but we're just going to leave it as a standard branch, nothing else, and see what we could actually do with this one right here. So I'm pretty excited about that. I don't really know what to expect. I'm going to put the auto on, and we're just going to go to town. I might have to actually stat reset here, and that's something I typically don't have to do or bother doing. So that wave went by pretty good. Now, it's great to have the priest here because she's going to be healing me for 1% of my HP every second if I need it. So with 157,000 HP, that's like 1,573 every second. So that's going to help sustain me for sure. And things are going good so far. But I know the guys do start to hit a little bit harder. But luckily, this branch also hits pretty hard, guys. So who would have thought that the worst weapon, the starter weapon in the game, with no enchants on it or anything like that, and I'm not even using a crazy team here, right? This is more or less a standard team that any of you can use out there if you don't have ×2 hero game pass or any game passes period, because I do have 2 heroes on, that is correct, but one of them is the wizard, and that's just to skip ahead 20 waves on this, just so I can make it go faster for content, right? So he's not really doing anything. He's giving me a little bit of speed, but I wouldn't say that that's really a deal breaker at all. What I am using is the priest, and many of you out there probably use the priest for progression, right? If you're farming, if you're having a hard time and you need to keep up on the heals, she's great. You could even put the slime balloon on yourself. That'll give you additional healing. I chose to use, what did I choose to use here? I chose to use the Frost Iron Claw for the attack speed and the crit damage though, and that's probably helping me out with, you know, doing 91,000 damage. But as you see, my HP is even getting lower right now because I'm just face tanking everything. I can just have the auto on, going pack to pack to pack to pack, and this is what I chose to use for this one. Now I could switch it up though if I wanted. I could take off the Frost Claw and put on any ornament, really, right? The Night Cape is actually probably going to be pretty good for this because it will blast a lot of HP right off the bat from these dudes. But as I see, my HP is starting to get a little bit on the lower end here. Usually I have lifesteal to help get me up. But you know what? If you get into trouble, you could literally just sit here with the priest and let her heal you up. If you wanted to actually, you know, use the upgrades, you could reset them and put all your stat points back in. It will also reset your HP. but I'm not gonna try that unless I absolutely have to. So we're just gonna keep on pressing on. I turned the auto off because now I want to actually control the amount of packs I pull, so that I can monitor my HP. I always like to do the stuff without having to use the stat reset trick, you know? That is a nice tool to have in your bags, but it's something I don't want to use. And as you've noticed, guys, I haven't used one skill yet either. So the skills are good for extra damage. They're really great in my opinion because they make you immune, and that just helps prevent damage in the first place. So I haven't used any stat reset trick. I haven't used any skills up until this point. I'm really just relying on the healing of the priest and taking my time here now that I'm getting into the later packs so that I don't lose too much HP. So I think we're doing pretty good here, guys. We're doing pretty good. I like to spin around in circles because it does reduce the hits by a little bit when you do that. When you do little angles, you know, they still hit you, but they're not going to hit you as much as if you just run right into the pack and just take it, right? You lose a lot more HP doing that than if you just kite them around just a little bit. So I'm going to want to start using skills here soon, but I'm going to save them for the last wave because I want them to be, you know, ready to roll when the time comes. So we're just going to go ahead and kite each pack around like this right here. Take minimum damage because we are taking damage. We're down to 56,000 HP already. So here we go like this right here. And if you're progressing, you can just do a pack, reset your talents, get your HP back up to max, and go for the next pack if you're struggling. But I'm gonna, like I said, try not to do that here on this one. We're on 248, so things are getting a little bit scary here. I'm gonna pull these way back so I can run around and get them in a little circle like this, and things are looking good. So we're gonna pull these back too, buy myself some time for the priest to heal me, and run around in a circle. You see how I'm losing HP, but it's not like a crazy amount of HP. So that's what we want. So here's wave 249 here. These guys are going to start hitting pretty hard. I might have to sit here and wait just a minute, but I really want to not use my abilities until the last wave. So I might have to actually sit here and heal up a second. Ooh, because my HP is getting really, really low here. So we got to heal this up just a little bit. The priest does tick really fast, so that's actually pretty helpful. And like I said, guys, you could obviously reset your stats and get your HP back instantly, but I'm going to avoid that for this challenge this time around, just to actually just go at things straight up right here. And here we go. So here's this pack right here, and this is the last one before we get to the next floor. So we're at 50,000 HP. That's a third of my max, and it's not ideal at all, especially since these are the big boys and they hit a little hard, but I barely took any HP loss from kiting them around on that one. So that was very good. So now we're going to do this next pack right here. Man, I haven't done this in a long time. Usually I'm just face steamrolling everything and it's easy peasy, right? So here we are now. What I recommend if you're struggling and you really want to beat this, if you just go to like the left side first, just inch closer and pull just the one guy. Or see that? You can just do one guy at a time if you really don't want to take the boss on with the two big boys. Do the same here, and then the boss will just be all by himself there for you to annihilate, guys. So here it is, me versus the boss. Let's do this. Face tanking. This is where I'm going to actually use some skills right here. Bam, get him going. It also helps me stay immune, especially with the breath, because it lasts a long time, does a lot of damage. And just like that, guys, he's been crushed. No problem at all. World 5 complete. We used the branch, guys. We didn't stat reset or anything. We're just going and having some fun, clearing World 5 with the absolute worst weapon in the game right here at 11 damage, guys. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the challenge video. You know, taking things, slowing them down a little bit, and showing that if you just, you know, build yourself and play clever and just have fun with it, guys. Be smart. You'll be able to progress. Just keep grinding, keep working, and keep getting those gains, guys. So I appreciate you sticking with me, guys. And just remember, until next time, stay positive, keep swinging, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.